Oh man, yo. Oh man, what the fuck is going on? How y'all doing? How y'all feeling? How y'all living? Look, I'm gonna be honest. If there was ever a day for it to be a fucking Friday, it is today, ladies and gentlemen. It's today. Okay, it is fucking today. And the best part about markets going up is they fucking go down afterwards. My net worth is down a lot today, and there's nothing I'd rather be doing than streaming today. There's nothing in the world I'd rather be doing than streaming today. Welcome back to the fucking stream. We got a fun one. We got an exciting one. Everyone is an exciting one. Donald Trump, the president of the United States of America, the no wars in the Middle East president, has canceled his son's wedding and his golf trip on the same Friday. That leads into a 3-day weekend while we're in the middle of a war. Not great. Not great. Gentlemen, not great. And ladies, not great. So that means we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to cover. I was at Madison Square Garden yesterday. I was. Also, we are going to do the Black Swan event stream tonight. It's pretty fun. I have like 20 scenarios. We're going to crowdsource them. Some of them I got some takes on. Some of them I have no takes on. Did you see me at MSG? I'm excited. It's that type of stream today, okay? Crypto's kind of getting cooked a little bit, but it is what it is. People started buying fucking Near and talking about how Near is gonna flip Zcash, and then everything just died. It's like you guys, man. You know, you start posting railgun targets, and then we just die. It's unbelievable. But anyways, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to get into. We have a lot to cover. I just want to say this too. Like, all right, I went to Madison Square Garden yesterday to watch the Knicks just beat up on the Cavs, and I wore a Cavs jersey. You want to see it? I got a crazy fit on. Ignore it. Look at this. I wore this yesterday to Cleveland or to New York. Signed Tristan Thompson. Tough. Come on. And so, apparently, if you're rocking the other team in MSG, it's like a problem, bro. I was getting like cussed out, middle fingers. People were looking at me unbelievably crazy. But the point I want to make, other than the fact that the Cavs fucking suck, is Madison Square Garden does this, or maybe just because it was I don't know, it's conference finals. No, it wasn't. The floor seats were like 50 bands, bro. Who do you think I am? Zcash is 609. They do this like celebrity row thing. And, did I tweet the link? I forgot to tweet that we're live. Let me tweet that we're live. They do this like celebrity row thing or whatever. And they put all the celebrities that are at the game on the Jumbotron, okay? And so they run through this list of like, I don't know, 40 celebrities. Like everybody was there. Okay. 40 celebrities, 50 celebrities. I don't even know. The Rolodex is unbelievable how many people were there. Okay. And I'm sitting here watching every single one of these celebrities. They would like play like a little intro clip, and they would pop up like Martha Stewart or like Betsy Ross or like whoever on the screen. And I'm sitting here watching, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, there is not a single person on this celebrity cam that's under 50. None. Nobody. There are no new celebrities anymore at all. None of them. There's no celebrities. The only celebrity under 50 was Timothée Chalamet. The only one under 50 was Timmy. Everyone else is like halftime performance from Method Man. I'm like, what? And they're showing the celebrity cam is like the same Tracy Morgan. Like, all right, bro. Tracy pushing 60. Like it's insane. There's no new celebrities. Every celebrity is like 55 years old. I'm looking at these people. I'm like, man, these guys have been. It's like Ben Stiller. And they're like, all right, man, we get it. Ben Stiller goes to fucking Knicks games. We've seen it 100 million times. We know Ben Stiller goes to Knicks games. It's like Spike Lee. It's like, all right, man, Spike's been courtside for 40 years. He's been courtside for 40 years. Like, we get it. How many times are you going to cheer for, like, Stephon Marbury? I know Marbury was nice, but the other thing about it, too, is when you think back and they show, like, all these like NBA legends. I'm like, man, Stephon Marbury was like, he was like, all right, but he wasn't as good as Donovan Mitchell. Okay. And are they going to be doing a celebrity Hall of Fame cam for Donovan Mitchell in Utah? Like, I guess. Like, Mitchell was solid. He was nice on Utah in a couple All-Star games. But, like, they're, like, panning to Kenyon Martin on the celebrity cam. I'm like, bro, like, Mitchell Robinson's going to get one in 5 years? You know, it's like, it's Allen Houston on a celebrity cam. I'm like, man, he wasn't as good as J.R. Smith. J.R. Smith on a celebrity, like, it's crazy. And so I'm just sitting here thinking, and I'm like, man, every celebrity under 30 has like a stake, just like pull slots on stake, like it's fried. There's no new celebrities. The new era like doesn't exist. It's streamers only. And I don't know, it was kind of like a bizarre thing to watch. I don't know if there's like a trade on that, or if they're like what exactly is going on there. But who's the new era of celebrities? It's like it's collab. They could have dude, Shane Copeland was there, that's a new celebrity that's under 50 and is cool as hell. But there's just like not that many. It's like fintech founders, bro. It's the new era. It used to be actors and athletes, and now it's fintech founders. Now it's like, yeah, it's it's AI, it's like Sam Altman. And it's like Dario. And like it's AI founders now. It's unbelievable. It was crazy. I'm sitting here watching, and I'm like, man, get Vlad Tennant from Robinhood on the celeb cam. It's like I don't want to see Ben Stiller. And by the way, None of the Museum was fucking mid. Sorry, I'm not afraid to say it. Dodgeball, not that good of a movie. None of the Museum was not that good. And you know what? Allen Houston was not that good of a player either. He wasn't. And they cheer for Patrick Ewing like he's Olajuwon. They never even went to the conference finals, bro. It's crazy. Like, it's crazy. I wonder, like, are they going to get when James Harden goes back to Houston, are they going to cheer for him like he's LeBron? Because they should. You know? They should. The way they cheer for Allen Houston, they should cheer for James Harden. So, anyways, yeah, he played in the finals, whatever. I'm young, but I'm just saying, man, there's no celebrities under 50. It was crazy to watch. It was unbelievable to watch. And Knicks legends are not that impressive. I'm sorry, I'm a Lakers fan. Like, I come from royalty. I come from a decorated line of basketball royalty, okay, as a Lakers fan. And I'm just not familiar with Stephon Marbury on the big screen. I know Marbury was tough. I'm sorry, but I'm just not familiar with that on the big screen. Anyways, on that note, welcome back to the stream. It is so good to see you. You know how we do it. Market close in 3 minutes. Roll call, baby. Who's here? Caleb, what's good? Vibler, what's good? Rex, what's good? Dina, what's good? Yona, what's good? Alex, what's good? Kevin, what's good? DT, what's good? Russ, Live the Life TV, Alex, OVO, Shifty, Strike, Viblet, Sai, Zaru, Jackson, Ray, Yonan. Oh my God. Willie, DJ, Slumbo, Doodle Research, Jaylet, I want Lambo, Ethan, what's good? Astound, what's good? Aiko, what's good? Junin, what's good? Twebo, what's good? Fable, what's good? Jesse, what's good? Rectal, Giga, Pipe, Riley, Kobe, Yonan, Yo, Han, Solo, Alex, Ovi, yo. Man, it's good to see you. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. We have a little bit of an interesting day. We are playing Who Wants to Hold a Risk into a 3-day weekend. Tom Brady, I see you. We're playing Who Wants to Hold Risk into a 3-day weekend. Situation analyst number 3. Who wants to hold risk into a 3-day weekend, which is not usually a really fun game to play. And today in particular, on the cryptocurrency side, it is not that fun of a game to play. Nothing changes for me, really. Nothing changes for me. If you're wondering what I'm doing with my positions, first leg was the easiest. Second was going to be the hardest. And then this one's going to be a little bit less difficult, I think, than the last leg, but it's not going to be an easy one. Again, on the Zcash thing specifically, we have a 10-year resistance to break out of. So it's not going to be the smoothest thing of all time. But I stand by how I got here, which is that if crypto is going to make a move, there's a couple leaders I think they're really going to outperform, and the RR is still worth it for me. So I actually might become a bidder again in this chart. I'm going to be honest. I know we haven't done market close yet, but I potentially become a bidder again on this chart at, I don't know, I want to say like, well, I would have said fucking 615, but I guess that's not going to be the case. I become a bidder again maybe at 560, and then if we get under like 500, I just pack it up, hit the road, and we had a good run on the crypto thing, to be honest. So we'll see there, but I will do market close fairly soon. On the topic of all the streamers now are celebrities, Zoran Mamdani did a Twitch stream yesterday with no mods. This is always so crazy to me. The mayor of New York. Now, to be fair, 7,200 concurrent is no fucking joke. I've never had that many. Well, actually, the Elon stream did have more than 7,200 concurrent, but this is like a small stream for Blackboy Max or Adapt. Like, there's a lot of guys that have more than 7,200 concurrent. And so I don't know who this is more impressive to, this number, but we are in the era of being a celebrity means you have motion on live streams. That's what it means, really. It does. It's like, guys, there was not one celebrity under 50 years old at the Knicks except for Timothy Chalamet. He's the only one. Being a celebrity used to mean like dating a Kardashian, you know? It used to mean like you're dating a Kardashian, your wife is like a famous actress, and you like play in the league. And it's not that era anymore. I don't know. Now it's how many viewers you have on Twitch. It really is. It's how many viewers do you have on Twitch. And it went quick. So also, yeah, maybe I shouldn't show that. Oh, I didn't even see what that was. I just saw the G thing. I didn't even realize what that was on the screen. I mean, to be fair, it's on Twitch. So it is what it is. But yeah, Mamdani did a Twitch stream yesterday, and it was interesting to say the least. Who's my all-time high viewers on Twitch? My all-time high viewers on Twitch is like 9K, I think. 10K maybe. And it was the day after Pump Fund TGE'd. And Alon came on the stream. And it was, bro, I wouldn't wish that day on the mods ever again. It was insane. Honestly, it was nuts. Because crypto was still hot. It was like June, July maybe. Somewhere in that ballpark. Trump was 2 days of 2,000 concurrent before the intro song ended, and none of them knew what a wallet was. They only knew what Moonshot app was, which was unbelievable. Nobody knew what anything was on Trump Day. January 18th, January 19th, I booted up the stream to my expecting the normal couple hundred concurrent, and I like, you know, get up to get a water. I come back on stream once the intro plays, and there's like 2,000 people, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? What? And I'm like, who are you guys? And they're like, ah. I'm like, when did you get in crypto? And everyone's like, yesterday, brrr, yesterday, brrr, yesterday, brrr. And I'm like, do you know who Frank D. Gods is? And they're like, no. And I'm like, do you have a Phantom wallet? And they're like, no. Teach us, teach us, teach us, teach us, teach us. Teach us, threadguy. We saw you. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And so we spent 2 days talking about like how to get a Phantom wallet and like who base 16Z is and who you should follow on CT and like what a meme coin is. And then 2 days later, Melania coin launched, and then I showed up the third day, and there was nobody left. They were all gone. Everybody was gone. There was actually less people than before the Trump thing happened after that. So that was, yeah, it was interesting. And then it was Libra launched, and then trenches were, and it was a couple months filled with highs and lows is what it was for sure. A couple months filled with highs and lows. And now we're here. So anyways, on that note, we have a lot to talk about. We have a lot to get into. It's going to be a fun stream. I don't know how long of a stream it's going to be, but we're going to do market close. We're going to cover some topics. And then we are going to do black SWAN situations. It's going to be fun. I'm excited. I'm happy to be here. Twebba, thanks for the gifted. Malcolm, good to see you. SWAN, I know. By the way, last thing I'll say real quick, if you can't tell, long week, a little sick. I've been sick for a minute, but I didn't really sleep, so I'm a little bit like... I had physical therapy at 8 a.m. today, bro. It's brutal. Physical therapy at 8 a.m. today. And it's far. It's a hike. I go out there, it's just grueling. They just dig out my shoulder, pause. So, whatever. Some things are more important than your health, and that is monitoring the situation at the top of the list. Always, 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 always. On that note, market closed 4 minutes ago. Let's lock in. Let's get it going. Let's make it happen. You already know what the drill is. What are you buying? What are you selling? What do you like? What do you hate? What did you make money on? What did you lose money on? How much did you make? How much did you lose? What would you like to enter? What would you like to exit? What looks attractive? What looks ugly? What looks like a 10? What looks like a 1? Hyperliquid spot. Hyperliquid getting crushed right now. Unfortunately, made money on Sweet Green. Oh my God. Shorted hype 100K. What entry? Long IO and Q. That's quantum, right? Long fill LMT. Made money on Near. Up on Blackberry calls. Nice. Near since Mando Shill and Zeke. Obviously Zeke and Near. Wow. Did Mando make you guys a bunch of money? Short Near. Ha ha ha. Up big on Near from 170. Closed it early. Looking to re-enter. Road trip for Sweet Green or research. Made 3.5K on Near. Congratulations, brother. WYFL. Leopold was 5%. Only long hype in Zeke. I'm taking the weekend off. Me too. I bought spot Zcash today. Congratulations. Put limit order on hype to load up under 50. I hope you don't get it. I'm still open a hype long 15 minutes ago. Up 60K on WYFI this week alone. Congratulations. MJ Brennan. Is that what I think it is or no? Do I... You just know me from crypto or do I like know you know you? Yeah, me too. 50% Tau. Nice. Long BTC 77. Ooh, 260. Ooh. I think that will age decent. It might take take a minute. Closed Nokia calls for 100% today. Hey, in the last 3 weeks, last month. No, in the month of May, are you up or down money? Portfolio net worth wise in the market, up or down since May, beginning of May? Wow. Wow. No, I don't think that's true. Hard to lose in this market right now. I'm not sure that that's true. I mean, things are up, but it has not been. Wow. Let's go. That's really good to hear. Damn, the pitch is cooking right now. I quit smoking 8 months ago to this day. My port is basically down only since then. Brother, you better get a backwood. Hey, do you think yes or no, if you're up or down, is the stream responsible? That's awesome. Or has it helped? Has it helped? Took a week off early this month and came back to clarity. That is awesome. Helpful. By the way, I'm joking about the backwood thing. Don't actually do that. I blame TG for everything. Well, let's fucking go, bro. Good. The pit right now is firing. I think I let too many people in. It's this weird dichotomy where I keep saying that word. It's a weird, can we get a pit sign in the background? Whoa. That is interesting, actually. Also, DNAP, send me those tweets once we get off of market close. Bro learned a new word, I know. Where the more people I let in the pit, the more people join the stream. But the more people I let in, the more and the more reacts I get. But then we get some dumbass. I get some comments in the pit that make me want to delete the whole thing. I'm gonna be honest. I've been getting a couple. There was that one guy. I don't even know if he watches the streams. He just talks shit to me, and I almost deleted the chat the other day. I was so annoyed. He pissed me off so bad because I was losing money or Zcash was going down, and he's like, sell. I almost deleted the whole chat. I almost did. I almost deleted the whole chat. I'm not going to lie. I was like, fuck this shit. Fuck you guys. Fuck the pit. I almost just nuked it, bro. Oh, I was so close. I wanted to just create drama. You know, I figured if I deleted it, said nothing, then I show up to stream, everybody like, threadguy, what happened? And I'm like, oh, no, it's fine. You all do whatever. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. You know, what happened? No, you all got it. Y'all do your own group chat. Then you're stuck with, then all you have is the rectal glizzy chat. So anyways, do you see it as one way or the discussion chat? That's how, don't say that about Lorical, bro. Y'all been joning on Lorical in the chat. I feel bad. We're gonna look at the Lorical port. It's doing better today than it was yesterday. I'll tell you that. Definitely is doing better today than it was yesterday. Also, if anyone in here clips Lorical, you're done. You're actually done. So on that note, market just closed. Let's fucking go. As I'm going through it, read me your positions. Tell me what's up. Tell me what you're interested in. Tell me what you like. And let's talk about it. So, all right, 3-day weekend. There is a 3-day weekend, which is scary because that means 72 hours where the market is closed. The war is not over. Trump is not going to his son, Donald Trump Jr.'s wedding, which I don't know. Is that significant? Is that significant? I don't really know, but not great. And he also canceled a golf trip back to back. So weird spot. Canceled a golf trip, canceled his son's wedding. Dude, if my dad was the president, and he didn't come to my wedding, I'd be so butthurt, bro. Honestly, I'd be so butthurt, but it is what it is. We'll see. We'll see what happens, but it is worth noting, okay? 3-day weekend, 72 hours. If there was ever a time to escalate, you do it with the extra day. And on that note, SPX closes up 0.37% at 7,473.48 cents. Not a bad close. Yeah, good guy. Known him for a long time. Yeah, it's my son. Nasdaq 100 closes up 0.12. The Dow closes up 0.58. It is now considerably over the Pam Bondi 50K level. Free my girl Pam. The software ETF, the IGV, who knew it? Who fucking knew it? Is up 1.6% today. And I got to admit, guys, is anyone long SAS right now? It's printing a decent chart. Crazy volume in flux. I don't know if this is just TradingView or what this is exactly, why this looks like this. But, I mean, it kind of flipped an important level here. I'm going to be honest. It is about 25% off of ATH, and it looks decent. SOX Semiconductor Index is up another 2.4%, makes a new all-time high, and since the March lows, it is up wrong way, threadguy, wrong way. It is up 75%, an absolute monster in semis. And last but not least, the Qs are up 0.42%. Have you added situational awareness to the watch list? I think we should lock in on some better watch lists. What do you think? We should do the Trump quantum stocks, which ripped. And I think we should also do a Leopold segment, which ripped. By the way, we're going to cook on this for like 30 minutes, markets, and then I'm going to skip a lot of slop, and we're going to go straight to the segment. All right, moving on. Crypto! Technically speaking, on the daily, this could be a higher low on Bitcoin, but it's not a pretty one. It's not exactly what you want to see on Bitcoin. As long as this thing doesn't fall off a cliff, it still looks fine. But 75,861, who has a directional position on Bitcoin right now, long, short? Hourly is pretty brutal, I must admit, on BTC. Does anyone have a directional position? Short BTC give 67. Ugh, that would be great. I never see what I want to see on Bitcoin. Yeah, flat. Always long. I'm always long too. It doesn't fucking feel good. You know, I asked Tulip King yesterday. I said, Tulip King, you think if Bitcoin printed a 10% day, I would hate it less? We didn't have an answer. Came back inconclusive. I shuck a magic 8-ball. Said try again later. So, I don't know. But it doesn't look great. I'm going to just be honest. But you don't really need me to tell you that it doesn't look great. It doesn't look awful. But it doesn't look great. Okay? So, that's BTC. Now, if you want to see awful, I'll fucking show you awful. Is anyone brave enough to tell me that they're long ETH? Because I would be interested. Also, I will join Amit's WhatsApp channel. Maybe I could like silo that into our Telegram or something. I don't know. It's cool what it's like a headlines announcement channel. It's really cool. You're long BM&R, tough. I feel for you, brother. Also, if you're watching on YouTube and Twitter, which I forgot we do that, and you want to chat, twitch.tv/threadguy. No, I don't read the YouTube chat, brother, but if you show up on Twitch, twitch.tv/threadguy, I will read it. So ETH is terrible. It is down 3% since David Hoffman publicly sold everything, which is actually impressive. And the only thing that looks worse than ETH, which is the only thing that looks worse than Bitcoin, is Solana is really rough. Who has a position in Solana? I haven't actively held Sol in a while, I'm going to be honest, outside of casino chips for meme coins and on-chain, which I haven't traded in a while. There really is not much going on here. A lot of good traders I follow long Sol. I'd be curious who. Sol is not going to zero, but it doesn't look great. Thread, love from Bhutan. Thank you, brother. Love from New York. Love from New York. Sol's not going to zero, and I really don't think there's that much downside upside, if that makes sense. Like I don't know. I don't think this thing is going to $20. The next real level on this is probably like 60. And at 60, it starts to get a little ridiculous, in my opinion, on Solana. I'm not like a deep value type of investor. It's not really what I do. I'm not looking for deep value. And therefore, I'm not really looking to be a hero on Solana and catch a knife there. But regardless, we'll see what happens with Sol. Now, our glorious, not so glorious altcoins. Number one, Hyperliquid, which I think the announcement was whatever on Hyperliquid. It was a little bit weird that the SEC comes out and announces that they're basically speed running tokenized stocks and Solana rips or Hyperliquid rips. And then the next day they come out and say they're halting tokenized stocks and pre-IPO is still not legal. And then Hyperliquid sort of gets wrecked. The thing I'll say about Hyperliquid is you got to understand, if you're in this thing for the long haul, this is a like massive disruptor from a traditional system that's been in place for like hundreds of years at this point. 100 years. I don't even know. Long time. Hyperliquid is a massive disruptor. And the traditional systems want to own the full stack. And so Hyperliquid is a problem. And so it just, it has a lot of legal hurdles it needs to clear. And the FUD, who's tweeted about it a bunch of times that I like is Merp. I like this guy. He's been a friend of the stream. He tweeted, yeah. There'll be more FUD in the future, and it'll be way more intense than anything before. Part of the thesis requires like 10% of just plan trusting. Any new paradigm will always be doubted. It is definitely going to have a lot of regulatory slop to clear through. And so what you get with regulatory slop is you get a lot of whipsaws, both directions, probably. A lot of uncertainty on headlines. And I think this is going to become one of those trades where you kind of just got to be a plan truster if you're in it. You kind of got to, and that is why there's such deep upside, is because the uncertainty around, the future of legalities on Hyperliquid gives you a lot of delta to capture, because people don't really know. People are afraid. People will be, schizo selling announcements, selling headlines, getting stopped out. Like, it's not going to be the prettiest trade, probably, but it's very disruptive. And so that gives you a lot of upside, and it makes it a really fun trade. Also, even if there wasn't an announcement, if you look at the daily chart, I mean, nothing even happened, really. So it looks great to me. So that's Hyperliquid. I kind of like panic closed yesterday on that bullshit, and then it came back, and then it's lower than where I closed, so whatever. I don't have a position. The only thing I have a position in right now is Garrett Bearish sent his regards. Garrett Bearish. Send me his wallet. Send his wallet. Yeah, I mean, private Bitcoin trades like Bitcoin, I guess. What did you expect? Huh? Here's Garrett's wallet. Let's see. This little fucker. How does he have infinite money? Let's see. This is a new account. All-time P&L. 2 positions. Nice. Long Bitcoin. He's down 750K. Short Zcash. He's up 1.6 mil. Why would you want to do that? Why would you want to PvP this face? Okay, in the airstrike hoodie. Why would you want to do that? You know? When you liquidate me, this is who you're liquidating. Why would you want to do that? But look, nice trade. Nice trade. His entry's like 638. Low leverage. I respect it. Nothing changes for me. I mean, it is what it is. Like my entry on this thing is 390 with my net worth. So if you carry me out, you carry me out. But I'm a plan truster. I have a pretty clear, like, I'll tell you my plan this time. It's pretty clear. Okay. It's pretty clear. You take me here and I buy. And then you take me here, give or take a little bit above 500, and I probably buy again. And then you take me any lower than that, and I put my tail between my legs, and I run away, and I send some nasty messages in the pit and say it was worth the chance. You take that shot 10 days out of 10 days, and I leave with way less money than I should have. That's my plan. Like, it's pretty, there's really no emotions on this one for me. It's very simple what I'm doing here. There's an opportunity. It's kind of a hero opportunity. It's a rare setup. I'm in it. I've made it through a lot of the trade. There's still a lot of hard parts left, but it's pretty clear what you do from here, which is nothing until your yellow lines hit. It's just numbers on a screen for me at this point. Very simple trade. There's no emotions in this. It's very simple what you do here. You have the plan. You follow the plan. If it happens, it happens. If you lose, you lose. But the thing about following the plan early and it being right is you have more leeway to continue, more confidence to continue following the plan as it plays out. So not ideal, but it is what it is. Zcash 596. So that is where we're at there. VVV as well. It's like, guys, you guys started fucking shilling Railgun, man. It's just like, and then everyone's like, why are they dumping on me? And it's like, bro, Railgun and Near. It's like, can we just one time, can we just one time do this right? But no, we can't. It is what it is. VVV as well, down 3%. Not the worst, but not great. Metals, Chads, where are you? Silver closing, or about to close the daily at 75. Pretty uninteresting until it really starts to go for me. Gold, 45, same thing. Doesn't look great. And then copper. Not bad. Also, I know I could favorite time frames, but I like to drop it down. It's fun. I like to do it. I like to drive. I think metals have lost the reflexivity a little bit, but we'll see what happens. With copper would be the one I'd be interested in. Volume is weak. It doesn't look ready to go yet. But if it goes, and I trade it. Outside of that, stretch 99. Let's take a look. Whatever they bought, it's not enough. 391. Not enough. Not nearly enough. Bond yields are down, which is nice. VIX is down 0.2, and then Monero does nothing. Monero does absolutely nothing. That'd be nice, by the way, if this was the bottom candle. That'd be, it's kind of just like gone down in a straight line, huh? Some increasing volume on it, too. Not great, but it is what it is. Bitcoin needs a new narrative other than Sailor. I agree. The Bitcoin is kind of stuck in no man's land.
at the moment. The best thing that can happen to Bitcoin is hyperliquid in Zcash, I think, really. Some reflexivity in crypto, then all of a sudden, the best thing about Bitcoin is price going up. It's a thing, right? Like the higher it goes, the more valuable it is. So we could use some price going up. Moving on, crude oil 96, basically flat. Brent oil 99, also basically flat. Okay, we're gonna look at Reddit and take two very soon. Energy is up across the board though on my list. Energy is up across the board. Buy some Bitcoin, be the candidate you want to see. You vastly overestimate my resources, brother. Defense, Palantir. Why is Palantir red? IGV's up 2%. Why is Palantir red? That's weird. Palantir's red. Everything else defense is up. All right. Big semis. Big AI, big semis. Number one. Damn, Sive is at $73. You gotta give Serenity some respect on that. I hate to be that guy, but this is a Serenity coin through and through. That's nuts. QCOM up 11, printing a behemoth of a chart. You know, I like this. Also, they're working on some physical device with OpenAI. Very interesting. Nokia up 10, monster. Rocket Lab up 8. AMD up 4. Marvell up 3. ARM up an additional 3%. From Contra's post 3 days ago, it's up 44%. Damn, they're really taking me out back right now. I might have to bid it during this stream, gentlemen. I might have to bid it during this stream. How are liquidations on this or how's OI? What are we doing to my coins, man? How's OI? Not even wiped. Not ideal. Thread, you click on any new positions? Nope, just the one. Just the one. Where's the Contra bull post? I shall show you. He posts on May 19th, taking a bear tart hedge with ARM, consolidating above prior highs without retest. 20-day support invalid is close under 20-day. Sitting price 218 on the 19th. Sitting price of ARM as it currently stands, $307. Bink, the website's Velo. Zeke long licks all day. Yeah, I mean, there's long licks across the board on crypto right now. I mean, there's everything except for Near, I guess. Everything. Even Hype is getting pretty washed. That's a decent candle down on Hype. This is 7% on Hype. Not great. Moving on. Tesla up 2 somehow. Apple up 1, Oracle up 1, Intel up 1. It is confidently taken out the Trump screenshot level, which is nice. Meta up 0.5% on news that they're firing the entire company. Microsoft is flat. Amazon down 1%. Google down 1. Micron, my favorite stock, down 2. Bloom Energy down 2. And Nvidia printing a pretty nasty daily. I cannot lie, folks. Not great. You'd love to see a bounce here if you are an Nvidia bull. Moving on, some of our consumer names. What do we got? Sweet Green, Chris Camillo. My God. It has been 2 weeks max since Chris Camillo came on the stream, and he says he has a new investment thesis that is based off of a 1,200 calorie slop wrap from Sweet Green, and it's up 45% since that moment. Look, I know I haven't exactly nailed a stock trade, but the people on my stream have. And I agree some of it is probably active. I mean, it's small. Market cap of Sweet Green is 1.16 billion. I mean, we alone as a stream could have ripped that. 1 billion. You could have ripped that at 1 billion. I'm about to go eat myself a fucking chud wrap tonight. Take me out of this Zcash under 600. It's up fucking 44%. It wicked as high as 56. And I think Morgan Stanley upgraded the guidance on Sweet Green. Sweet Green upgraded. JP Morgan. This is the most ridiculous thing ever, by the way. It's like, this is basically like Ansem posted a new price target. JP Morgan upgraded the stock to overnight from neutral and raised its price target to $13. It's like, what? They just like announce it's going to $13 and then it just rips. So it got candled pretty hard. Top tick from the Camilo on my streams at 56%. 56%. Carvana is up 6% on news that Atrioc is short, which is interesting. We can actually watch the video. He posted a video that he's short Carvana. Figma up 5%. All of IGV is up. Texas Instruments up 3. Snap up half. SoFi down flat. I ran down 2. Nebius down 2.5. GME down 2.5. The Swatch Group down 2.5. IBKR down 3. Hood down 3. MSTR down 3. Take 2 Interactive down 4.5% on news that GTA is announced. Grand Theft Auto 6 is officially confirmed by Rockstar Games to launch on November 19th, 2026 for PS5 and Xbox Series XS. Following several internal days, Take-Two Interactive CEO officially reaffirmed this November release date, ensuring the highly anticipated title is on track. I saw this stat that what percent of Take-Two revenue is GTA 5? It's lower than you would think. I think it's like 15%. I saw. Who told me this? I think that it's not that big of a percentage for the company. Also, bro, they really want me to be kind of miserable today. This is pretty ugly, huh? Ugly. Let me ask ChatGPT. Let's ask ChatGPT. What percent of Take-Two revenue is from GTA V? Grand Theft Auto 5 made $1 billion in the first 3 days. Yeah, the problem is like their 2026 revenue from GTA 5, which is a 10-year-old game, is probably not that. Roughly 15 to 20%. Yeah, but like how active is that really? You know, it's like such an old game. I don't think it's that much of a signal. Also, another huge loser today, biggest loser on the consumer names is Reddit. Reddit is down 5% on news that, look at this. So Meta has just announced a new Reddit-like app called Forum. Meta's announced a new app called Forum without fanfare or even an official announcement. It is described as a dedicated space. Hood. Robinhood crypto COO leaves company as Robinhood sees sharp decline in crypto revenue. I saw this. Threads vibes. Oh, Threads vibes. I thought you meant like threadguy. Yeah. Reddit's main use case is porn. How do you know that? It's described as a dedicated space for the conversations that matter the most to you, specifically for Facebook groups. Users will need to have a Facebook account to be able to use Forum, and their profile and activity will carry over after they log in with their credentials. So it's not really a website for anonymous conversation like Reddit, but users will be able to use anonymized usernames like they already can in the main Facebook app. Let's see. I actually didn't see. What does it look like? Let's go. Meta Forums launch. Threads is terrible. Come on. Is there any like launch information about this? I didn't really see it. Why did they announce it quietly? Reddit down 6%. I mean, Reddit's just like, I don't know. What's the business model at this point for Reddit? It's not done 40% this year. It's on 40% this year is crazy. Is there a YouTube about this? Let me see. Just ad revenue, yeah. And who the fuck? Chat, do you use Reddit on a day? Like, do you use Reddit once a week? Yes or no? Daily, really? It's not even a YouTube video about this thing yet. Yeah, there's nothing. A couple times a week. It has niche technical content. Good for quick info. First chatter. Welcome. Everyone give some welcomes for my brother. First chatter. Give him some W's. Give him some fucking W's. Yeah, there's not much information on this. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a buy the fear. I don't know. I'm not interested in this at all. I don't really. Let me see. Serenity was shitting on Reddit people yesterday, actually. Let me see. Serenity tweeted, no. Sive knows. Last night, I think. Reddit is literally lower IQ than I rent investors. I don't do all this research on XTI just for you to make 380% on it. Oh. He's saying Reddit in general. Let's do a quick search and just see what comes up. Because I know a lot of people in the stream liked Reddit. Does anyone hold? I know a lot of people liked it. 40% this year. Says the biggest risk is casual users not moving onto Reddit. But I don't feel like it has that many casual users anymore, to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong about that. But yeah, not great, to be honest. You hold. Let's see. Daily chart. Yeah, not great. I mean, maybe if you're one of these value guys, it's in a decent spot, but not down. Yeah, down 50% this fucking year. A little less. 46%. That is what it is. All right, last but not least, altcoins. Can't believe we have to do this. Near is the only thing that's up. And then it's just blood everywhere else. Lighter's on 20%. Nasty rejection candle. Zcash is down 10 to be fair. Not one to talk. And then all the trash getting carried out. Ton's down 8. Fartcoin down 7. XPL down 6. Sui down 5. Here's the Peter Brandt paid shill line. Down in a straight line since then. Oh, we skipped something. Bot. Kevin Zhu. Sold. Robo strategy. And we are now officially under the Kang line. Yellow line is where Andrew Kang announced he is the CEO of Robo Strategy, and we are officially under it by 13%. Okay? He has a new all-in for subscribers only, which is a good time for me to announce my subscription paid call. Psych. He tweets. What did he tweet exactly? I feel like I should subscribe. Just sold. Still have the stock, and I will be back. No, we're not even really a thesis. So it is what it is. I'm not a huge fan of the way this is playing out, to be quite honest with you. But it's more of a conversation for the pit than the live stream because these clippers are going to come after me pretty hard. But this thing is down. That's altcoins. Last but not least, I followed right now for that joke. Was that really that funny? Last but not least, let's look at on-chain real quick, which I'm scared to even look. I genuinely am scared to look at on-chain. I don't even know anymore. Buttcoin. Neat. KBC letter. Anthropic is set to close its latest funding round, which may top 30 billion evaluation above 900. Would make Anthropic more valuable than OpenAI and the most valuable private company in the world. Sequoia, Dragoneer, Anthropic has told investors that its annualized run rate revenue will surpass 50 billion by the end of next month. The funding round is expected to close as soon as next week. We are truly in unprecedented times right now. 50B, Jesus. Let's take a look. Hyperliquid, Anthropic. Ooh, it's like such a weird, untradeable, really. But wow, look at that. Untradeable, but pretty chart, to say the least. I can't recommend in good faith anyone put any money into any of these pre-IPO, super pre-IPO, but no, that's not 300 mil, brother. That's 300K. 300,000. Yeah. If it was 300 mil, we're trading this. 300K, it's like, what do you want me to do? The eventual stuff is tough. Neat 35. I don't know. Asteroid, how is it still above Quant? Where you at, brother? It is a nuts chart, I must admit. It's a nuts chart. It is a nuts chart. Utia, 30 mil, not great. Scam Altman, 400K. Looks bottomed. Scam Altman looks bottomed, IMO. What do y'all think? Looks bottomed. Troll. 110. Useless coin. 66. That seems to be it for us. Pod. 14. Nothing crazy. So that is where we are on chain, and that is how the stock market closed. DNAP, Loracle update for me, if you don't mind. Bring him in. Bring him in! Bring him in. 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 Thank you. All right, I'm scared. Loracle update. Is there any market cap you consider buying Asteroid? I don't want to lie to you. There's not. All-time high P&L of 41 mil 4 days ago is currently 22.3 million, still in the green, and still quite a few more millions than I have cleared in my life. However, the numbers are the numbers, and Hyperliquid UPNL is minus $17.5 million. Minus 17.5 M on Hyperliquid. He is plus $300,000 on funding, which is hilarious. His NASDAQ 100 short XYZ 100 is down 6K. His TON long is down 36K. His Tesla short is up $100 on size ish. And his lighter short is back in the green at plus $500. He's topping that lit short as we speak. Let's see. Yeah. Yep. He closes long for plus 28K, then he went short. Jesse Livermore mode. If you ain't long, you're short. If you ain't short, you're long. Can't trade like that, but TG knows if Elon posts a video twerking with an asteroid bikini, you'll end up top blasting. I'll just delete Twitter if that happens, is what I'll do. I'll just delete Twitter if that happens. But yeah, this is where we're at with Loracle. No crazy updates. I mean, he's just stuck in this Hyperliquid position. He's stuck in the Hyperliquid position, and it's a tough one. It's a tough spot. I don't know what you do if you're Loracle. And look, I understand he's long 60, 70, 80 mil spot, but you're still down 17 mil on like, it's not ideal position. I was trying to think like what I would do in the spot, because I feel like that's more helpful than dunking on him, is thinking what would I do. And I'm not sure what I would do. You kind of can't, I don't know. It's a weird spot. Also, can you get Loracle on stream? Probably not, I'm going to be honest. Probably not. Also, quick update really fast on Korean stocks, which we didn't actually look at. The Kospi's up 0.5%. Samsung's down 2.5%. SK Hynix is basically flat at ATH. And Korean stocks are all over my feed. All over my feed. And they're all over my feed because there's basically this narrative going around that employees of SK Hynix and Samsung in South Korea are moving like NBA players, bro. Like there was this, I don't know if I have the tweet about the dealership. Every dealership is like filled with SK Hynix employees. Like, yeah, here it is. Here it is. Employees at high-end and supercar dealerships in Korea say their showrooms are packed with Samsung and SK Hynix employees. every employee at Samsung got an average bonus of like I think 300,000 US was the number, something like this. There's this, not related to stocks, but in Korea, there's an explosion of memes about used SK Hynix employee logo embroidered gear being sold secondhand as the ultimate first date outfit. Like your attitude changes at fancy restaurants kind of vibes. It's got that insider tech elite, or like people are rocking this around South Korea and getting treated like royalty with SK Hynix like vests. And what is this? Turns out a factory the average year-end bonus is 400. In a factory, the average year-end bonus per person is $400,000 per person. Everyone at work is just as happy. A Korean KBS documentary recently revealed the inner workings of SK Hynix for the first time, with employees saying they work 8 hours a day and most tasks involve robots. According to the company's profit-sharing plan, employees are expected to receive about 700 million KRW in bonuses this year, equivalent to roughly 460,000, provided chip demand remains strong, which you know they're going to remain strong. And so, like, the factory workers at SK Hynix are, like, one hella, like, attractive humans, and they're printing, bro. They're printing. Here's the video. This is I think it's the SK Hynix factory.
지금 들어가시면 지금이 몇 시죠?
3시부터 이제 3시부터 시작해서 11시에
한 11시까지?
네.
Bro, it's like cinema in here.
이제 저희 옷을 입고 들어가면 돼요.
아, 여기는 클린룸 방진복하고는 좀 다르네요.
아, 네, 좀 다르죠.
5년 전에도 저런 친구들이 그렇게 하고 다녔나요?
아니요. 5년 전에는 없고 사람이 다 수작업으로 했었었는데 요즘은 다 자동화가 돼가지고 저 친구들이 일을 해주고 있어요. 보면 눈도 다 다르고 생김새도 다 달라요.
아니 이렇게 막 지금 찍는다고
네.
여기서 이렇게 다들 쳐오고 계세요.
민들레 한번 해도 민들레.
무슨 분들은
다른 공장과는 사뭇 다른 분위기.
아직도 배울 게 많습니다. 배울 게 너무 많아요. 근데 그래도 이렇게 성공.
So, yeah. SK Hynix apparently is a fucking movie right now. And I saw this tweet from Take Him, whose book I have, which I didn't realize I had his book, which is, the thing about the Korean stocks is that it could just get crazier from here. And so he tweeted this and he said, let me find it. Let me find it. Here it is. The Korean stock index trades at 8.5 times forward earnings. If this silly sensational narrative is actually true, we triple from here. That's the thing about it that's nuts to me, is that this market has been actually up only, but these PE ratios could re-rate, and they could go really like Samsung. Remember we looked at their Q1 revenue the other day for 2026. It could re-rate with nothing changing, and I don't know. It keeps you optimistic. 9% of this guy's takes are from reading people's opinions on Twitter group chats or directly from Razum or Frank. Say something original. Brother, the only thing we're here to do is read from the smart people, make some fucking money, Lemmy. And so if you don't want to read from the fucking smart people and make some money, I recommend you get the fuck out of here, man. We're here to read from the smart people, crowdsource opinions, and make some fucking money, Lemmy. So get the fuck out of here if you're not here to make money. Get the fuck out. I cannot imagine walking through life thinking to yourself that you have to be the smartest guy in the room. Zero, genuinely. I cannot imagine how miserable of an existence, how futile of a miserable existence it must be to walk through life every day thinking you have to be the smartest person in the room. We're here to crowdsource and make money. So anyways, last but not least, let's do an update on quantum stocks. What a miserable existence, brother. I'm sorry. Quantum. It was a zero hedge tweet. Hold on, let me see. I'll find it. From zero hedge. I wish this stuff was on HIP3 because I'm like, fuck, it would have been fun to trade some of these. So IBM goes nothing crazy. Up like 0.3, then a 0.3 after close. Nothing crazy in IBM, but it's such a big stock. GFS, one of these mooned. I don't know which one. GFS, negligible cap. Macron picking back in Trump today and giving $1 billion to 5 French quantum companies. I saw that, bro. GFS was up another 5% today. So that was like a 30, then another 5. QBTS. We should probably just make this a list. I'll make this a list after stream today. QBTS pumped another 14%. And so quantum off the Trump announcement on QBTS at 50% is disgusting. RGTI. Rigetti's up 20%, bro. Oh my fucking God. Off Trump announcement. It's like 56, 57. Did anyone enter any of these? It's a fun one. INFQ. Because the thing about them is they're not that expensive. These are all sub 10. These are all cheaper than Zcash, bro. It's crazy. Like they're really not expensive. INFQ is the other one. Inflection. Pumped another 11% today. They're tiny, but this is a $3.5 billion stock. You tail the government on a trade and outperform holding ETH for 5 years. So are they cheap or are they expensive? It's a good question. Is Zcash cheap or are they expensive? It's a good question. It really is a good question. This one's up 45% on the quantum side. We need this shit on HIP3. It's like, I just like don't trade options. I don't know how to trade options. I've never traded options. I mean, like I know how to trade them. I'm not like comfortable trading options. And I also just don't have money in a brokerage account to like trade options. But I don't know. We saw what happened with Intel. We saw what happened with Micron. We've seen what's happening with the Trump stocks. That list, I could send you this tweet if you want the tweet for the names. Because the other thing that just got announced is, so Trump goes in on quantum, and then France, which by the way you trade options, you sell calls and start a Substack about passive income. I remember France announced some bitch ass AI fund. Wait, hold on. France AI fund. It was like sub $1 billion. How much did they announce? It was so weak. It was the UK. It was the UK. Wait. Is this it? It was the UK. 500 mil. France funding AI fund. I remember somebody called it out. I think it was France. It was Palmer Luckey called. It was like 30 mil. Why can't I find it? France announces AI fund. Why can't I find it? France AI fund. I think it was like 30M. It was a joke. Here it is. Here it is. Foreign investment in data centers in 2025. 69 mil. 69 billion for data centers. But they announced a $30 million researcher fund. Okay, they posted this $30 million, and it got fucking clowned. Palmer Luckey was clowning them. Everybody was clowning them. But then they come out and announce right after Trump $1.5 billion for quantum computing, which is like a lot. I mean, that's a lot. That's a big number considering this INFQ is a $3.5 billion stock. That's a lot. That's a big number to announce. And so the French president, Emmanuel Macron, said Friday the government will invest an additional 1.16 billion in its quantum strategy and 550 million to support the microelectronics sector as global powers race to be the first to leverage emerging technology. I'll say it out loud. We have the means to be the winners of this race. France isn't winning shit. Maybe the World Cup. France is winning nothing else. Maybe the World Cup. Okay. And a couple days before, Trump announced $2 billion. And so this quantum thing has juice. It has juice. It's just another sector that's becoming, I don't know, a national security risk. Part of the, it becomes a national security risk. And it has a lot of juice. I'm going to be honest, can I show my bags? Yes or no? I don't know. Quantum resistant coins gets kind of interesting when every government in the world is twapping billions of dollars into quantum funds. Now, no one knows what the fuck you do with quantum other than like ruin crypto. I don't know. No one knows still what you do with quantum other than break shit. It's like, okay, what's good, Loaf? What's good, Jax? No one knows what you do with quantum other than like break encryption and ruin everybody's lives. But regardless, there's a lot of money. Yeah, it might be the best way to monetize. Helps with research, but like what research? No one has found a actual way to do anything with quantum, but it is what it is. Also, one more follow up on yesterday is passive S&P 500 funds could have to buy roughly 19% of public SpaceX shares within 6 months of fast tracking framework. Unbelievable how much money is gonna get forced to twop SpaceX. Update after yesterday's stream is it's down. A lot, actually. Did anyone buy yesterday or change their mind about buying this yesterday? I wonder. Their launch failed? What do you mean? Wait, whoa, what do you mean? What do you mean? First time chatter. 2 first time chatters. How can I get in the pit? How did you hear about the pit? What's good, Johnny Bravo? 2 W. Hey, W's for our first time chatters. Welcome them. SpaceX failed launch. What happened? Oh, there's nothing. It just didn't launch. It didn't like explode though. Is this railgun? Yeah, it looks pretty good. I can't lie. It does look pretty good. It does look pretty good. I must admit. I don't know. I'm not super excited to run like Zcash beta when I'm in the main runner. You know, it's like when you're in the main runner and people show you the betas, what do you usually tell them to do? I don't know. When you're in the main runner, people show you betas. What do you tell them to do? I know what I tell them to do. I tell them to. But I think railgun looks pretty good. I do. All right. I do have a segment I would like to do because I think it's gonna be mad fun. How to get rich trading the apocalypse. I think it's gonna be fun. I don't have the best answers, but we came up with some lit scenarios, and I figure some of them are actually pretty realistic. There's a decent amount of these that could happen pretty soon. So we're going to talk about them. I'm going to get up really quick. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And when I am, let's have a good stream. Did bro pause the stream to swap out his Zach? I would have saved. If I did it the second I could click pause, I think I'd be save like 1% or 2%, actually. It's not a bad suggestion. Ugh. I'll tell you what, I'm down a lot of money since the stream started. Some of y'all track that wallet. It's moving like James Harden in 2026. After a playoff game the night after Magic City. It's looking like James, big time, big game, James Harden right now in Madison Square Garden with the playoffs on the line. Looks like James Harden with his legacy on the line in MSG. There's one more thing I wanted to cover, actually. Can't lie. But I just have to remember what that is. Kevin Warsh, our last hope. Let's watch this real quick. Kevin Warsh has officially been sworn in.
Defend the Constitution of the United States.
That I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States.
Against
This brother is coming into a rough situation. I'm not gonna lie. What's good? Is that Craig Crack or no?
all enemies, foreign and domestic.
Against all enemies, foreign and domestic.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same.
That I take
He's crossing his fingers behind his back. I could see it. He's crossing his fingers in the left hand. He's hiking rates. I can see it.
obligation freely,
That I take this obligation freely,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
without
I can see him crossing his fingers behind his back, man.
any mental reservation or purpose of evasion.
And that I will well and faithfully discharge
And that I will well and faithfully discharge
the
Toes
duties
crossed.
of the office on which I'm about to enter.
the duties on the office upon which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Yeah. So help me God. He meant that one. That was the line he meant at the end. So help me God. He is coming into a brutal spot. I got to be completely honest with you. He is coming into a spot of all spots.
In the eyes of many, the Fed
We'll
lost
watch this real quick and we'll do our segment. I'm excited.
its way in recent years. It became distracted by concerns far removed from its core mission and mandate, drifting into matters such as climate policy and DEI initiatives, with the Fed straying from its mandate. While the last administration blew out the deficit, Americans suffered the worst inflation that we had in history. It was the worst inflation we've ever had. As you know, there's some people say you're wrong about that. It was only in 48 years, but I think 48 years almost sounds worse. The worst inflation we've ever had, so it made it very difficult. Kevin has spoken often about the need to restore the Fed's integrity by returning to a proper focus on its two functional and really fundamental responsibilities: maintaining price stability and low inflation, and
Good luck, Kevin.
achieving full employment. And we talk about it. We've talked about it often. And right now we have the most people working in the United States than we've ever had. We have never had as many people working right now in the United States. And it's something that I like to say, and it's been pretty much that way ever since I've been president. When I go back to the first term,
Jerome Powell was a good man. F in the chat for JP, man. F in the chat for JP. He did a good job. He was responsible for me. He was in charge when I made my first money ever. He led a good market. F's in the chat for JP, man. I'm not talking Jordan Poole. F's in the chat for that boy Jerome Powell, man. Pour one out for the boy. Pour one out for the boy, man. He had a good run.
I had those numbers too, and I kept them. And we've done things that are really amazing, but we can bring it to a new and higher level with Kevin. I think we can bring it to a level that nobody ever thought possible. By following through on this vision, Kevin will restore confidence in the Fed, which is so important and among Americans all across the political spectrum and people from all over the world. And they're going to be looking to Kevin, probably and possibly more than any other
So God help us all, Kevin Warsh.
person that's had your esteemed position before. I think that's true, Kevin. You got a lot of people watching. I fully expect that with the greatest Fed chairs before him, Kevin will safeguard the Fed's integrity. They'll make their own decisions and hopefully make them well, but they'll be listening to Kevin all the way. I really believe that. Even if they're from a somewhat different persuasion, they're going to be listening to him out of respect because everybody respects him. Thankfully, unlike some of his predecessors, Kevin understands that when the economy is booming, it is...
Why's he got to take a shot? Why take a shot at Powell? It's like...
respects him. Thankfully, unlike some of his predecessors, Kevin understands that when the economy is booming, it is that's a good thing. We don't have to go crazy. Just let it boom. We want it to boom. We want it to be like nobody has ever had before because we do have some debt we'd like to take care of. And the way you do that is through growth. We're going to grow our way out of it so fast.
And you're bearish?
And Kevin's somebody, and I feel strongly also, we don't want to see it stifled. We want to stop inflation, but we don't want to stop greatness. And so that's really a very good thing, a very positive thing, and that's what he's looking to do. He's looking to do positive economic growth. It's so important. And as we discussed, economic growth doesn't mean inflation. It can be.
I will say this, and then we're going to move on. Kevin Warsh is probably the single most competent person in all of the government right now from economic understanding, the new era perspective. What does he have? 2,000 investments in tech, crypto, everything. He's probably the single most competent person in all of government right now, Kevin Warsh. And that, in and of itself, is a reason. Actually, it's Kevin Warsh and Scott Bessent. That is a reason to be. From like a competent. Yeah. Of course. Those two are the two most competent people in government. And Kevin, how old is Kevin Warsh? He's 56. Kevin, 30 agents in your pocket, Warsh. He really gets it. I think he really gets it. I'm excited for Warsh. I think he's going to do a good job. Hopefully he doesn't fucking cuck us. But I think we are past the point of no return and we're gassing this market. So, all right, let's do a fun segment. It's a Friday and the markets are down. So I figure let's figure out how to trade every single black swan. I want this. Hey, let's make this a communal game, okay? So basically, I have 20 scenarios or something that I think legitimately could happen, okay? The reason we're doing this is because Chris Camillo came on. I made a joke at Chris Camillo, and he was on this interview 4 years ago, and he asked the interviewer a question, and he said, what would you do if there was a category 8 or whatever earthquake that hit California right now? And the interviewer was like, what? And Chris like presses the guy. You need to know this. I think about this all day. You need to know these things. You need to have a plan. I think about this all day. And I'm watching the interview and I couldn't believe it. And so when he comes on the stream, Chris, I make a joke. And I'm like, Chris, like, what, did you mean that about the earthquake? I'm like trying to crack humor. And he looks at me dead in the face, deadpan. He's like, of course I meant it. If an asteroid was coming to hit Earth right now, I know exactly what I would do. And I was kind of like caught off guard. And I was like, okay, the obvious follow-up question is like, what would you do? And he wouldn't tell me. That's a question for another day. And I'm like, what do you mean that's a question for another day? He's like, no, you have to figure it out on your own. You need to plan for these things on your own. And I'm like, what the fuck? Really? You're not going to tell me? And he genuinely would not tell me. So let's do this. I have 20 scenarios that on the back end, Chris Camillo, that on the back end of Chris Camillo telling me that if I am not planning for black swans, I'm retarded and you're not going to know what to do. I have 20 scenarios that I think I would put at like 0.5 to 5% likelihood happening in the next decade. Small, but the math would math up to something on this list happening. Like one of these 20 probably happens in the next 5 years. And we should figure out what we're going to do in that scenario. And so what we should do, any white swans, like something great happens. What we should do is we're going to go to each one. I'm going to talk through the scenario. You tell me what you would do. Just spam it. Tell me what you would long. Tell me what you would short. Tell me how you would react. Tell me how you would trade it. And then I'm going to tell you what I think I would do. And I'm also going to tell you what I think the likelihood of this happening is. And we will come up with our overall plan. Also, isn't the point of a black swan you don't know it? Well, yeah, you don't like know what's coming, but there's only like so many things that can happen, like outcomes that could happen in the world. And so it'd be nice to prepare for a couple that like could maybe happen. Yeah, black swans, like you don't know when. You know what I mean? Like you don't have like it's like you don't have like a lead up to it. So, all right, we got 20 scenarios. Let's fucking go. I'm excited. How did you guys trade 10-10? Very poorly. Very fucking poorly. All right. Number one, I think is guaranteed going to happen at some point. This is guaranteed to happen at some point, okay? Which is basically chat logs from a major LLM hacked publicly on the internet for everyone to see. Okay? And I do think it would be nuclear. And the only comp I have to this is, do you remember in 2012, 2015, maybe, Ashley Madison, that cheating website, came out and they doxed. I was just looking at the stats. Do you remember this cheating website, Ashley Madison? It was like a seeking arrangements type of thing. And people use it to cheat on their spouse. It was for affairs, like high-end affairs. And somebody hacked it. And there was 36 million full names, government address, home addresses, credit cards, message history, transaction history, credit card transactions, like all of it were in this data leak. Like I had like friends whose like parents got divorced because of the Ashley Madison leak. Like it's like not funny. I'm smiling, but it's not funny. And this scenario, by the way, I think has a really, like this probably has a 10% likelihood in the next 3 to 5 years of happening. And so I think there's two trades. You tell me. I think there's two trades. I think number one is short. I'm not really a short seller, but you short the SPVs or the holding companies of like the whatever AI lab it is. Like SoftBank owns 20% OpenAI. SoftBank probably does minus 50% in one candle, bro. It probably does a minus 50% in one candle. Whether it's like, if it's like Anthropic, like Zoom or some of those companies probably do a fucking gnarly red candle. I think two trends come from this on the long side. One is privacy. And so it feels crazy to say VVV, but I think VVV and maybe Zcash, maybe one of these other like privacy network things. But the second and the biggest trend that comes out from this, I think, is local AI. Everybody is running a local AI after this. Everybody's running local AI. Like you'll not, you Mac Minis will be backdated for whoa, who's typing that? That's awesome. Long local AI, whoever's typing that. Mac Minis will be sold out for the next, like, you'll never be able to buy a Mac Mini again at retail, like ever. That to me is the most obvious trend that comes from this. And so you also probably, I don't even know, long AI. I don't know, but you got to, however you could long local AI, it just is going to go up in a straight candle forever. And I think it should happen anyways. Yeah, you probably like long NVIDIA too. Those don't really get in trouble. Also, can you long law firms? Is there like a way to public law firm company? That's actually hilarious. I didn't even think of that. No, not really. Berwick Law. No, you can't really long a law firm. No, you can't long a law firm, unfortunately. So, anyways, this I think is the most likely one on the entire list to happen. And so I'm prepared. I'm actually prepared for this one. I'm probably longing Apple in like VVV. I can't believe I'm saying VVV, but bro, it probably just goes up in a straight line after this. So that's number one out of 19 or 20. What do you think of my plan? At the end, plan out of 10. Like, what, am I missing something here? Is there a blind spot? Are firms make hardware? If AI explodes, all cloud firms will go. Yeah, I think, what's the PA in your IGDMs? Oh, up or down? Short Snap if Snapchat's leak? Bro, my God. I mean, I think Apple just goes up in a straight line. VVV is a little bit far-fetched. I think Apple is my favorite trade there, to be honest. All right. Why Apple? Because physical AI. Everyone's buying hardware devices. You want hardware for fucking days after this. No one is using the cloud. I mean, we should, by the way, this should probably be your sign to get off of these cloud LLMs anyways. But it is what it is. All right, second. All right, AI robot kills a human during a live demonstration. This is reasonably likely to happen as well. I just saw the Figure live stream. Remember we watched it on stream where they were live for like 200 hours scanning packages on Figure AI. And so I think there's like two things that could happen here, okay? Number one is human gets killed by robot in a live stream. Number two is some sort of hack on Waymos where someone is able to like take control of Waymos and start like driving them off cliffs. Not that crazy that could happen. Start driving them off cliffs, like sleeper cells, but they're Waymos. And they start crashing them. And yeah, it's like a GTA mission. Yeah. Like that could actually happen. And so I thought about this one a lot. I was told I can't put the Waymo one on the stream, so I have the robot killing me, which is okay, and the Waymo one isn't allowed. I think the Waymo one could genuinely happen. Like, can you imagine if there was like 20 to 25 Waymo fatal crashes in consecutive fashion over a week? 25 Waymos, 20, even 10 Waymo fatal crashes in a week. It would get really scary. Like if Waymo got hacked, it would be horrifying. Waymo drives off of a cliff. It's not that ridiculous. And so I went back and forth on this one for a while. The problem is you can't. What do you think the trade is? You tell me what you think the trade is. I'll tell you mine. You can't long short robotics companies because they're all private. So my initial trade was long robotics to fight robotics. I was like long robo strategy to build better robots to kill the bad robots. Then I'm like, this is some movie shit. I don't love that. And so I think the obvious trade, if this happens, especially the Waymos, is Tesla short and a fucking red candle. Short Tesla, short bot Andrew Kang. And if it's Google, if it's Waymo, you obviously short Google. I'm sorry. I know that this is the robot killing me. I think the Waymo thing is the most likely. I'm not too excited to get in a chat. You ever driven a Waymo? Yes or no? You ever gotten in one? Honestly, I'm not too excited to do that at any point. Like I know they're like cool and whatever, but I'm not getting in a Waymo, bruh. Dude, I'm just going to say, if that happened, seriously, if that happened, 10 Waymos in a week, fatal. It is, yeah, it's scary. People would panic. And there's also the risk of they just start banning robots. Like what if the government, federal mandate, Waymo's banned. Federal mandate, FSD, Uber's banned. Only need one fatal? No, you need more than one. You definitely need more than one. But a Waymo off of a cliff, that's the type of thing that would that would get fucking gnarly. Or like, like the Office scene where Michael like is following the GPS, he drives into a lake. That type of thing would get fucking gnarly. So this is realistic. This could happen, by the way. I'm just telling you. They would hide it. It wouldn't be like mass media super fast because it's the biggest companies in the world that are responsible for this. This could happen. Be prepared. Like, get ready to trade this one. Okay, third one. Okay, alien life confirms contact with the United States of America. And I'm not talking about UFO files or anything. I'm talking like an alien species makes English contact with the United States of America, like take over the broadcast type of contact, what are you trading? I have two. Who watched the movie Arrival? I don't think I have. I have two. I don't know if they're fighting us. I don't think they're fighting us. I think they're just like saying hi. First, in my opinion, is you long space. I think you long space. How can you long weapon companies? You can long Raytheon, Lockheed. I think you long space, number one. And so Rocket Lab. But the picture does seem violent. I don't think they're violent. But do you know what the second one is? Watch this. The second one is they make contact with the United States of America. Okay? Not Japan, not North Korea, not Russia, not China. They make contact with the United States of America because the US is lit. We're buying US bonds, bro. We're buying US bonds. Strength restored to the United States of America. Likelihood of 1 out of 5? No. But, bro, we got the UFO files. This one is possible. Non-violent, I mean, it's possible. Like, we got to put it at a 0.1%. Non-violent aliens. Now, if they're violent, that's just like, you can't really math for that, in my opinion. You can't really math for non-violent violent aliens. I don't have a plan for that. I'm going to be honest. If they come down and they start shooting us and shit, you could also long defense. As soon as that happens, I put Adam Cochran on noties. Waymo hit a kid in Cali a few weeks ago. Yeah, but you need like 10 in a row. You need like 10 in a row on the Waymo thing. If they're violent, I don't know what to tell you. But that is aliens confirmed real. Okay, number 4. I've thought about number 4 a lot in my life. I thought about what I would do if I was the guy who did it as well. Number 4 is 1 Bitcoin. One Bitcoin, a singular Bitcoin of the million Satoshi Bitcoin moves wallets. Not a sale, not a full stack, not a buy, but 1 Satoshi Bitcoin moves. Gets sent in the pool and gets sent to a fresh wallet. Just 1 Bitcoin, okay? Not a million, not a stack, but 1 Bitcoin. 1 Bitcoin, okay? Which means Satoshi's alive and or someone has access to the keys. Okay, I've thought a lot about what I would do if I had access to the Satoshi keys. And it's kind of a brutal scenario. It actually sucks. You actually wish you didn't have access to the keys if you got them. I've played this scenario through like a bunch of times. You wish you didn't have them. Okay? Now, my answer to this, at first I'm like, okay, long Zcash. Then I'm like, bro, who am I kidding? Zcash is going to $100 in a candle. I think Bitcoin, realistically, 1 Bitcoin moves and Bitcoin straight line to like 40K, 30K, straight line. I mean, what does it go? I think straight line, 40K, like fast, before anyone even knows what just happened. 40K. You sell all Bitcoin. There's also second effects. You sell all, I mean, crypto is just fried. There's also second order effects that the crypto stocks get crushed. Sell all crypto related, right? Like the Circle gets crushed. Robinhood gets crushed. Coinbase gets crushed. MicroStrategy gets crushed. BMNR gets crushed. What I think you do, honestly, the only trade here is long gold. I hate to say it, but gold would get candled, I think. Now, the problem is that Bitcoin is really small relative to gold, 1.5 to like 40 or something like this. But the gold thesis would probably become irrefutable on this stage. There's definitely at some point a Bitcoin bottom buy, or excuse me, a Zcash bottom buy, but it would be so ugly and disgusting beforehand that it wouldn't be worth it. It wouldn't be worth it. It would not be worth it. You just like, dude, you just get out whatever you can, long gold, and just you're done. You're done. I don't know. It's over. This is such a brutal scenario. It could happen. I've thought, by the way, I've also thought in depth what I would do if I stumbled upon the Satoshi keys. It's not a good scenario. You're the most wanted man in the world. Governments are coming after you. Governments are coming. I could play this scenario out in your head. I've thought about it like a lot. One day, it was like a Sunday morning. I was with Malcolm and a couple homies, and we didn't know what to do. Like, we're just sitting in the living room. We ended up just talking for like 2 hours, like intricately, like exactly what I would do if I had one of the wallets. If I had 1 million Bitcoin, Satoshi. Like, not like, oh, I would sell it. No. Like, how would you sell it? Like, no. Like, who would you call? Where would you go? OTC kind of. There's no OTC that would take it. You need government. You need government protection. You need like CIA. The first thing you need is CIA clearance. No small amounts. You sell one, brother. You move one coin and one person finds out you have it. It's over. The whole thing is over. You're number one on the government's most wanted list. I mean, if you wanted me, I had a plan. I could talk through it if you really wanted to talk through it. You can't do anything. You cannot call anyone. You can't OTC. You can't do a test transaction. You're the most wanted person in America. All resources in Palantir stop what they're doing. They probably paused the Iran war to come for you. Okay? Most wanted for what? For control of a $1.5 trillion asset, bro. You are a fugitive. Okay? Everyone is coming after you. The Trumps are deeply in bed with Bitcoin. You are the most wanted person in America if you moved one Bitcoin. The first thing you need is government clearance. Okay? You need Donald Trump on the phone, which means in order to get Trump on the phone, you're probably 2 phone calls away. I think I would be 2 calls, a person to Trump. I could get to Trump in 2 people, I think. And so you better have the best 2 people you could ever possibly know, because you can't miss and they have to trust you. And you also can't really tell them, because if you told one person you have the Satoshi keys, you're putting their life in danger. I'm not kidding. You actually put their life in danger. And so you probably have to like get on a plane. Like, it's wild. You have 2 phone calls. They both have to hit in succession. They can't react on the information, and they have to get you to Trump. It's a brutal situation. You need government clearance. You need like president, like this is like fly into the White House type of clearance if it happened. And so I thought about it like for a long time, what we would do. And the conclusion on all roads basically lead to the only thing you can do is burn it. And maybe take 10M as a thank you and hope that they like are cool with that. That's the best you could get out is like 10M BTC. That's it. Dollars, not Bitcoin. It's a brutal spot. Seriously, I thought about it for we had a long convo. You probably burn it because you now know what exists. You can't stop it. But 10 million is not enough to retire. So whatever. I'll finish the story later. But I thought about it in depth because, yeah, this is a whole other rabbit hole. I won't even go down it right now. We'll come back to it either. Okay, number 5 is crazy. Imagine this. Major U.S. cyber attack takes down payment rails in the U.S. for a week. All payment rails in the United States of America. Okay? Swift, down. Wires, down. Getting paychecks to your bank account, down. Everything down. Apple Pay down. Venmo down. Cash App down. Everything down. Everything down. And so you can you say long Bitcoin, but you can't long Bitcoin unless you have money on chain. You have to have money on chain, brother. Money on chain.
You have to have money in a brokerage account. You can probably make brokerage transactions, I would imagine. Like if you have money in Robinhood, you can spend it. If you have money in a Phantom wallet, you can spend it. If you have money on Polymarket, you can spend it. But you can't on-ramp or off-ramp anything. You can't send money to anyone off crypto rails. All payments down in the US for a week. This would be fucking pandemonium if this happened. Okay? It would really be pandemonium if this happened. That should count as US payment rails. Okay, fair. US brokerage doesn't work either. But I was going to say you could enter exit positions, but no. No, you can't. You no onboard, no off ramp. You can't swap into stocks on Robinhood or anywhere. Honestly, you would say long crypto, but like what crypto? The one asset I think that would go the craziest, because you can't even short shit. Okay, so part of me is like, everyone's gonna go on and like short crypto if you have money on chain, but I'm not sure that's gonna happen. Hyperliquid probably goes to $100 in one candle. Long hype, I think. Long hype. Also, no, you can't short Visa. You have no, I guess you could on HIP3. You have no ability. This would be like pandemic level, bro. Nobody can get paid. You can't buy anything at stores. No Apple Pay, no credit card tap, nothing. But on-chain, it's the on-chain trade. It's the only thing you can use to trade anything. It's Hyperliquid. They would probably do like They would probably do like $100 billion in revenue. It's the only thing you can trade on if you have money on chain. This could legitimately happen, by the way. Likelihood 3 out of 5 is nuts. Probably long gold as well. This would be like, if this happened for a day, it would be really scary. If it happened for a week, it would be like purge. And so maybe the sweet spot's like 3 days. 3 days. And then it's back. Online, everything goes back to normal in theory. Long Palantir, maybe. Cyber defense. No. People would not be outside having beers, by the way. No way. This would be horrifying if this happened for more than a day. If it happened for a day, it would be like not that big of a deal, I don't think. If it happened for 2, it gets scary. After 3 days, it's terrifying. Long CrowdStrike, yeah, if it's on HIP3, that's it. If it's on HIP3, long CrowdStrike, I guess. I would go straight to long crypto, I think. And I think I would just long Hyperliquid. I would be scared for Bitcoin. I don't know. I don't know how it would react. Long gold. Maybe. Could stables depeg? Yeah, but you would know they're good for it. Like you would know USDC is backed by cash reserve. So, I mean, it's happened before. Stables could definitely depeg. Guy, who said I would long Sol? I would 100% long Sol? What? Why would you long Sol? I mean, I guess it's Black Swan. I don't know. You're not even long Sol now. That's funny. I think crypto would go insane, but the problem is you couldn't onboard money to buy. So it's a weird spot. All right, next. Internet down on just payment processors. Just the payment processors. Internet's up. Payment processors are down. Scary. Bitcoin ATMs. The last Bitcoin ATM just shut down. Okay, next. This is a decent one. California mega earthquake. California mega earthquake. Like category 10. I have a fun one for this. I have a fun trade for this. You know what my first trade is? Obviously, stocks will all dump, but you know what I would really do? Is
Short Airbnb. Whoa. Short Airbnb. Whoa. That's a crazy one. Whoa. Wait. Let's actually. What percentage of Airbnb revenue is from California? Wait. Let's ask ChatGPT. What percent of Airbnb revenue is from California, roughly? Short insurance companies. How do you long aid like water and perishable food? 5%? That's decent. 5% offline instantly? That's a decent amount. That is a decent amount. Short Airbnb. And then the other one I had is long Caterpillar. Long Caterpillar to rebuild everything. It's like they have all the contracts. Caterpillar makes all those heavy duty like those big yellow like construction things. What do you mean that's a stretch? They'd have to rebuild California. They're not gonna like let California die. They have to rebuild California. They're not gonna like let it sit there. They're gonna get massive government contracts. Oh, they would get insane government contracts. I guess there's like a dark trade here as well, which is like short, like whoever has their offices in California, like Google and shit. That's kind of dark though. That doesn't feel right. But I guess money doesn't have ethics. Is it? No, not ethics. Money doesn't have feelings. Long lumber. Whoa. Long lumber is crazy. That's way better. Whoa. Wait. How do you long lumber? It's like wood futures. Lumber futures. Dog. Oh my God, this thing would fucking candle, bro. Also, can you long bricks? Is brick a commodity? No. Concrete? No. Steel. Steel, yes. Ooh. Ooh. Is Home Depot public? Bottom on Home Depot. Yeah. Would State Farm, these insurance companies, just get like carried out? Like, how would that work exactly? Long VIX works for all of these. Yeah, but it's scary. What is the best? What would get bid the most? Lumber, steel, or like Home Depot? Probably not Home Depot. We could go more direct. Steel, maybe. Steel. Probably lumber. Steel. Fuel. Oh, we just long oil, maybe. But you can't long oil. Well, you can. But we don't long oil in the stream. No one's going to buy their lumber on future contracts. Buy California vintage wine? No, probably not, right? Vintage wine, would that go up? No, I don't think so. That's really fun though. I like that. California vintage wine. That's actually really fun. I don't like that though. That's fun though. California vintage wine. No. Definitely commodities. Like energy goes up. I guess steel. I don't know enough about home building. I think Caterpillar. But then Caterpillar, like you would have to assume they get the contract. I don't know enough about the construction business. Food. I don't. California produces 75% of fruit, like long avocados and shit. Long copper. Yes. Yes. Probably copper. I can't believe we started with short Airbnb. Is that retarded? That's my trade. And all commodities just go insane. I'm short Airbnb. Short Ozempic. When is crypto going up? What do you think, dude? I'm talking about an earthquake in California. I have no fucking idea. I like actually could not know less. Huh. Seems pretty standard for how you trade. Nice. Dark trade is to buy land from desperate sellers. Saw it during the fires. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. That is dark. Also, like short Disney in like Hollywood. This is a weird one because the reason I'm staying on this one for so long is the natural, like a brutal natural disaster is like really likely because this could be akin to like category 10 hurricane in Florida. Same thing happens, right? Like same outcome here. Not dark, otherwise they have no bid. That's a good point. That is a really... The guy's face when 500 pounds of copper gets delivered to his apartment because he forgot to roll the contract. Short Netflix. I think long copper is my trade here. I think long copper is what I'm going with. Short Rockstar Games. GTA 6 ain't coming out. Dude. All right, next. Next, I think, is the most likely on the whole list. Probably it's like 25%. Oh, wait, delete him off the Luke. Delete it. I want to get my thesis. Okay, China invades Taiwan, takes Taiwan. First, I think. What do you guys think? This probably happens. The first is Intel goes up in a straight line forever. Never goes down again. Like the second this happens, I'm not shorting TSMC. We're just longing Intel. We're just going to long Intel. $2 trillion. Number one. We're long. This will happen, by the way, probably. This feels like it's going to happen. We should have a plan for this. First is I'm long Intel. I'm very long Intel. Okay? The second is Tulip King's idea, which is long eBay. Okay? Because if China takes Taiwan, especially if the US fights back, and say these fabs get blown up, God forbid, GPU demand and value is going to go through the fucking roof, and we're not going to be able to make any better GPUs. And so the price on these GPUs is going to be so disgusting. Everyone's just going to transact them on eBay, bro. eBay. Kind of a sicko one. Freako one. Kind of a poor expression. Weird spot. I like the Nike trade. There's a lot of things you could do here, but the obvious one when this happens, I think everyone's thinking the same thing, and I don't think it matters, by the way. I think everyone's thinking the same thing, and it doesn't matter. You just long intel. You just long intel. Get ready for this one, by the way. This could happen. We're going to be ready when this happens. We're going to be long Facebook Marketplace, long Reddit as a proxy to forum, as a proxy to Facebook, as a proxy to Facebook Marketplace. This could happen, seriously. I'm not going to fuck around with short NVIDIA or anything. This is long intel when it happens. I'm going to be ready for this. This is what part of the reason we're building out our fabs. Exactly. Why we're going so hard, which we now know. I'm long intel on this. Okay. Buy physical GPUs. It's messy. It's messy. It's messy. It's ugly. Just slide the leverage up and rip Intel, I think. Just long defense because we go into Taiwan. That was fucked. Okay. Chris Camillo. The cure for male pattern baldness is invented. First of all, I look good bald. Short turkey. Second of all, I think we have to assume it's a private company that discovers and gets a patent for this drug. I think long Hims. Because you would just assume it's a private company that discovers this. We have no way to get exposure to it. I would imagine you would long the distributors and all of like consumer health would just get bid up into fuck. And even if it's patented, they'd probably just sign a deal with Hims, Amazon Pharmacy, Walmart Pharmacy to distribute for them. Maybe I'm wrong about that and Hims gets arbed out, but I would imagine if this came out, Hims would candle green, I think. Like it candle green on the peptide announcement, even though they have nothing. They've developed no peptides. They have no peptides, no drugs. I think Hims goes up on this. It's a little bit of a wonky expression though, because the real problem is it's probably gonna be a private company. Long P&G, maybe. You could maybe long, oh my God, Trojan condoms. That's a good one. That's a really good one. It never happened randomly. No, I think this could happen randomly, bro. Like, it could get announced finally that this has happened. Some AI drug discovery. They've solved male pattern baldness. And then the announcement's out. How true it is, you don't really know. You don't think a big pharma company would just buy it? Yeah, they would, but it'd be the most valuable. It would be so valuable, bro. Long peptide influencers. I think Hims. I don't know what else you would trade. The problem is it would be the problem with a lot of this long outdoor events. Yeah, you're just like 3 extensions away. DJ, thanks for the gifted. Long hair, like long head and shoulders. That's kind of funny. Long head and shoulders. I don't know what else. The problem with a lot of this AI drug discovery is you could also long baby products. Oh. The problem is there's so many steps removed. The problem with the AI drug discovery trading it is that most of these companies are probably small and private. Short lids. Lily could be a move. I think you probably long Hims. It's the best one I have for it. Really. It's the best one I have. No info. Camilo said he would full port, but to think you'd be able to full port it is tough, you know? Because why would it be? The chance that it's public is like not that high. Now, if it was, that's crazy. All right, next. This is a scary one. AI Labs secretly achieves AGI, as in they come out and announce, just like Claude Mythos, we have AGI internally and it's too good to release. We're figuring out what to do with it. Just like Mythos, this could happen any moment, really. This could happen any moment, any moment, any moment. Short IGV, just hard. Whoa, long war stocks. Huh. Yeah, actually, long Palantir. Yeah, actually. Yeah. No, long Palantir, specifically. Yeah. Also, I really think long the AI SPVs. Like long SoftBank, which owns 20% of OpenAI. Long AI SPV, Lucas. SoftBank would go up 50%, even if it wasn't OpenAI. Like even if it was Anthropic that made this announcement. AI space SPV, space in between. Even if it was Anthropic that made this announcement, the holding companies of OpenAI would go up so much. Because they would be like, oh, we're close. We're really close. SoftBank would go up 50% in a candle. I mean, it would go so gross. You think defense manufacturers would be better? I like Palantir. I'm not a short seller, so I wouldn't really do much with IGV. They are going to make this announcement at some point. You know it's coming, right? They're going to make this announcement, and they're going to say, we have AGI. This could happen in a couple years. It could happen at any moment. Long DraftKings and boredom stocks, no. Too far. You know what's funny about all these? It just makes sense to short Bitcoin. What if it's Chinese? That's a problem. If it's Chinese, you really long defense. You long defense really hard if it's Chinese, actually. Like, you really long defense. You get in these and you beg for Andrew. Also, you could do bonds again if it's the US. You could do bonds again, but that's no fun. Bonds are no fun. There's an SEC approves NASDAQ Bitcoin index options trading. Let's check the chart. Not even a green candle. We don't care. All right, next. Couple more. What if it's AGI is retarded? Do you remember me? What's good, Spoon? All right, Epstein files fully released, and they're really bad. Like, really bad. Like, fully unredacted, and they're really bad. Short DJT, it's already down, so short Bitcoin. Oh, God. Short Microsoft. Can I be honest on this one? Honestly, just close your eyes and buy the red candle if there is one. That's the unfortunate answer to this. Even if AOC becomes the president and she comes in and she's like, I'm going to fully unredact, just buy. What's the plan if you're in the files for us? Join Rasmer stream. Short crypto. It's the answer for everything. Short JP Morgan. Long the Rasmer stream. All right. What do we got next? All right, next one is a good one. Tether isn't backed in a DPEGs. Okay, like, so think about this. Think about this. Let me pitch you a scenario. Tether DPEGs they are unable to provide proof of reserves, and no exchange will honor your Tether into cash. And so I think two things would happen in this scenario. I think you get an initial hard Bitcoin pop high, like aggressive Bitcoin pop into death. But Bitcoin would dump really hard. Or excuse me, Bitcoin would pump. I think, hear me out. Wait, let me do something. Total Tether supply. Okay, watch. It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. My thought process is like, okay, everyone that has Tether would be in an all-out race to swap out of it as fast as possible. And so you have no, delete that, Luke. We're not long in Bitcoin. Think about it. Think about it. Just think about it for a second. Tether's depegging. It's like 95, 90, 85 cents. It's depegging. You can't swap it for USD. Exchanges won't honor it. And you need to get into something as fast as possible. You gotta get out of Tether. And so my initial thought was buy Bitcoin because everyone has to get out of it. But Bitcoin's 1.5 trillion. There's only 200 billion of Tether. How much of it is actually accessible? You might not be able to get out. You might not be able to get out. Your best bet would be to try to swap the Tether for gold, but the real trade here is long circle. And never touch crypto for like a long time. I mean, Bitcoin crushed in this scenario, really. I think I was wrong about this. Or you fucking get in special situations. Thanks for the gifted. Love DJ Slumbo. I appreciate you, bro. Thanks for gifting all the subs, man. Thank you. Or you go special situations. Because if you remember, USDC depegged to 85 cents. Okay. During all this, I think you short circle. Maybe. But their biggest competitor gets taken out. It's a weird one. I think their biggest competitor gets... USDC depegs. It goes to 85, 86 cents. Nobody knew what was happening. I sold $10,000 worth of USDC for 86 cents because I didn't know what was happening. SVB was insolvent. There was a run in the banks. All the exchanges were insolvent, and no one knew what the fuck was happening. And there was so much sell pressure on Circle that it depegged to 86 cents. The thing about Circle is they were trying to go public. And so they publish a proof of reserves. You can Google it, and you can see every deposit in the Circle vaults, how much cash they have on hand compared to how much USDC is minted on chain. And so I know people, like there are people that made this trade that took 10, 20, $30 million and just fucking aped USDC at 85 cents for a guaranteed 15% trade, 15% delta, because they had the money, provably. There was just bullshit happening on chain, and there was so much sell pressure they couldn't repeg it, but they had the money, so it would repeg it because they could honor all withdrawals or all off ramps. And so there was like a legendary trade where if you knew and you like locked in at the moment it happened, and you locked in and you figured out proof of reserve for USDC, you could have made the most free 15% the world would ever provide. Because idiots like me, who didn't understand how to work the chain or what was going on, sold 86. I sold at 86 cents. I didn't know what was happening. It was insane. It was terrifying. I didn't know what was happening. I'm like, bro, I have like $10,000 to my name and it's like in Circle and USDC and it's going down. What the fuck is this? And so it was a legendary trade for some people if you made that. So yeah, this is a fucked one. It could happen. All right, we got like 5-6 more. I'm gonna go a little quicker. Quantum computer cracks encryption. GG. Short the fuck out of Bitcoin. And however much you short it, it's not enough. Everyone's saying long Zcash. Not at first. The first thing you do, in my opinion, is long the fuck out of IONQ in these quantum companies. Long the mess out of quantum companies. And then pick up Zcash off the floor. This is a scary one, yeah, because what do you do with banks? INFQ, is that what it is? IONQ, INFQ? This would unfortunately, like... Some of these are pretty grim, to be honest. I don't even know what this would do. This would put us in a very tough spot. This one would put us in a very tough spot. This is a tough one. All right, here's a fun one. I have one for the Iran war in a minute. AOC becomes president. She breaks up Google. Monopoly fear. This could happen. Small, very small, sub 1%. I think this could happen. There's two trades. Number one, buy different parts of Google. I like that. You know what the real trade is? You know what the real trade is? There's one. It's Malcolm. Malcolm told me this one. It's a good one. It's a fucking good one. The best trade, long Meta. Long Meta. The biggest ad business. The number one ad business. We're longing Meta, fellas, if this happens. The biggest ad business. The best. The best in the game. Or long Meta Google like spread trade. Because fine, if risk goes down, risk goes down. But we're longing Meta if they break up Google. 100%. Yeah. Yeah. Google's more powerful than the president. I know you don't realize how big these things are. It's like a fucking $5 trillion company. Or you just buy the individual part. I think DNAP said this is like the PE rate. Like Google would be more valuable if it was broken up because it's hard to like value it as much as it's worth when it's so fucking big. I like long Meta as a trade. That fired me the fuck up. I'm going to keep it a buck. That fired me the fuck up. 100%. All right. This could happen as well. Trump escalates USA-Iran war. Bombs on U.S. soil. Boots on the ground in Iran. Election comes. It's a national emergency. He can't leave office. What do you do? What are you doing in this scenario? What are you short Bitcoin? Probably. What are you doing? Short Bitcoin works for all of them. Long TLT. Long oil. Oh my God. Oil's $300. Oil is $300 at this point. honestly, I might be wrong here. SPY down 0.3%. One, I think you short the fuck out of bonds. And ideally, you've been doing it. That's probably the cleanest trade. It's bonds just like never go down again. Short bonds, US bonds. I sort of think if this were to happen, you grip on to risk though, because Trump's still the president. Like we're entering the last stage of like, he just might not ever leave. And so part of me thinks bonds are going to zero. Oil is $300 and the stock market is at all-time highs. The final like long degeneracy. Yeah. Long oil and stocks. Everything at the same time. Because we would just like be in the last stage of what the fuck. President's not leaving. This never happened. Like this is like, you're showing me this cannot be my what? Long protest equipment, the big melt up. Also long defense, I guess, but defense isn't traded well during war. I'm not that interested. This can't be my counterparty. What are you trading? I don't know. It's just like we've been watching how this has played out. Oil goes, they all go up together. It's insane. It's like the big grand trade. The obvious thing would be short bonds, but I'm not a bond trader. I'm not a bond trader. No joke, Trump coin would rip. You're fried. You're really fried for that. The fact that this could actually happen, long Chinese stocks, yeah, maybe. Baba. You also weren't a perp trader a few months ago. That's true. That is very true. Long a Japanese yen. Yeah. Short DJT, it's already so down bad. It doesn't even matter. All right, next. DeepSeek and or Chinese AI lab takes the lead. Very realistic. 4 out of 5 is crazy, but very realistic that this happens. What do you do? What do you do? I think you can finally long Baba. Minimax getting bid up probably like non-stop, by the way. I think you can finally long Baba and feel good about it. I also think, like I wrote down on my sheet that I would short the AI SPVs in the US, like short SoftBank and these like public companies that have exposure to AI labs. I don't think they would go down though. I don't think they would go down. Because you don't just stop if China wins. Like you just push harder. It becomes a government mandate. Trump spends so much more money at AI labs. You can't stop. CapEx is up only. It would be short-term dip, and then we would rip stocks because it would be like government spending would go, government AI CapEx would go through the fucking roof if this happened. You would never get a bear market. It would not stop. It would not stop. Also, yeah, good for hardware as well. This could very realistically happen, though. I'm not gonna lie. All right, we have 2 more. No, we have 3 more. We have 3 more. All right, one, Ebola strikes back. A mutated Ebola strain with higher transmissibility spreads internationally, reviving fears of another global pandemic. Another pandemic. Another pandemic. I think we just long Big Pharma. We've seen this playbook before. Why Intel? Why Intel? Zoom. I like Zoom. I have Zoom. Short Bitcoin. Oh my God. I like long Zoom and Pharma. Have to. It's pretty obvious, right? Zoom. Once again. There's no way it could trade the same way. But yeah, you just long risk. I don't know. Long Zoom, long Big Pharma. I'm not that worried about this one. We've seen the playbook, and so it feels like it'd be harder. Long 1-800-Flowers. That is dark. That's fucking dark, dude. It's a good trade. That's a damn good trade. I'll tell you what. You, my friend, are hired a counterparty. It's a damn good trade. People have to snap back from COVID. Government prints infinite. Yeah. It almost feels like it'd be too obvious. It'd have to look different than COVID, but you never know. All right, what do we have? Oh, okay. Comes out that Zins are as dangerous as smoking. I'd be dead. Short frats. No one cares. Dude, I'm kind of in the camp of nobody cares in this one. Short PM, probably, right? Philip Morris. I said long blow, but apparently that's not a thing that we can trade. And so maybe you long alcohol. But you probably just short Philip Morris for like 2 days. Short PM. Long dentists. You just buy the dip on Zins, don't you? My God, we're so fried. Buy the dip on Zins. Write that down, Luke. That's pretty good. Short Bitcoin. Short Bitcoin. For everyone, it's just like short Bitcoin. All right, we got like 2 more. Okay, this was Chris Camillo's. Yeah, there's one more after this. This was Chris Camillo's. Okay, the thing about the asteroid is you would have 10 years, is what we know. You're pretty fucked, but you would have a 10-year long asteroid. You would have a 10-year heads up, basically, is what we've deducted. You would have 10 years. So you'd basically it'd come on national news. There's an asteroid coming, and it's going to be here in 10 years. It's going to hit Earth. It's going to crush Earth. You have 10 years. I said long space and long gambling. I would long space and hood is what I would do. Like Robinhood probably gets a ridiculous bid. Ridiculous bid. Long degeneracy. Low-key hyperliquid. What's the cleanest expression of have sex with my hot neighbors? Spy down 0.3%. You could maybe do like long bunkers, but I don't even think you could really. Damn, crime would also be so bad. How do you long crime? Bro, asteroid will actually move. You asteroid people are like, why Robinhood? People have 10 years to live and you think we're going to invest in our 401ks? No. You're going to gamble, brother. 0 DTE options is what you're going to do. 0-day expiration options. Everyone's going to gamble. Everyone's going to gamble. You're not going to do anything. He's like, bro, Trump will be tweeting about asteroid. Long beans. Long religion. That's a decent one. It's happened multiple times before. We should look into it. We should look into it. All right, last one. Last trade idea, I think. Bro, I left in at dinner. How do you have 18 scenarios? What's wrong with you? Bro, I'm prepared. I'm preparing us, bro. I'm preparing us. Fuck, man. Long guns, yeah. Andrew is worth like 1 trillion. All right, last one. Threadguy gets a girlfriend. Short Bitcoin. Low-key short Zcash, bro. Short Zcash. Short Zcash, long Rasm repair trade. This might happen, by the way. I hope it's down 3%. Raz, have you been watching this whole stream? You didn't say anything the whole stream. Bro, just type now to pray on my downfall. Imagine Sophie Rain. Short Zcash. Hard. Long hymns. Long hymns? Why? Oh. Oh, I see. Oh. Ah. Funny one. Funny one. Short hymns. Or short hinge. Short hinge. Short hinge. Long strap-ons. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Definitely long Rasmer. Long emit investing, maybe? Long Rasmer and a Rasmer Telegram group that I'm not even in. Long Netflix. Long Netflix. Oh, there is an Echo DNAP. You should have told me that, buddy. Short counterparty. Yeah. Yep. 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 And long scam Altman. I'm dead. And is that cred or who? Which cred is that? Likelihood 4 out of 5 too high. Chat. All right, be honest. What do y'all think the likelihood is I have a girlfriend by end of the year? My last girlfriend was like there's only one fuck you Threadguy. My last girlfriend was 2024. What do you think the likelihood is that a 10? %? I said out of 10. Brother, you're toxic? Me? How am I toxic? How am I toxic? 3? What do you mean 3? Depends on the next Zcash leg. It does. You're definitely the problem. Yeah, I would still stream. Chat, you think I'm the problem in the relationships or no? Bro was bragging about being the Zion Williamson one and done. Deadass feel like you love the game going 30%. Is this up on Polymarket? No, but it could be. You work and tweet too much. What if she follows me? What if she follows me on Twitter? Threadguy has a girlfriend. Culture category culture. We're all getting girlfriends this year, man. We're all getting girlfriends this year. You have no girlfriend. I have 4% of my following is girls on Twitter, by the way. 4% per my analytics. Garrett Bullitt's gonna steal your girl, bro. What is he doing? Anyways, that's the full list, chat. I hope you enjoyed. We have a lot. Asteroid, Zinzor's bad smoking, Ebola strikes back. DeepSeek flips OpenAI. Trump doesn't leave office. AOC breaks up Google. Quantum cracks encryption. Tether isn't backed. Epstein files fully released. Do nothing. AI Lab secretly achieves AGI. You're young. You should have a girlfriend. Thanks, brother. A cure for male pattern baldness. China invades Taiwan. California mega earthquake. Major U.S. cyber attack takes down payment rails. Satoshi sells 1 Bitcoin. Aliens confirmed real. Robot kills a person during the lab demonstration. Or 10 Waymos drive off a cliff. And everybody's chat, AI, LLM, labs, leak. Thread doesn't have a girlfriend because he won't run twos with me. Oh, fuck. Wow. How to get rich trading the apocalypse. Hey, the funniest part about this whole thing, by the way, he won't run duos with you. I saw Flood today. It was a movie. The oh, we deleted 20. What was 20? The funniest part about this segment, by the way, is that the trade for basically everything is short Bitcoin. Ah, man, it's short fucking Bitcoin for everything. That was fun. I enjoyed that. I actually really enjoyed that. I'm not gonna lie. I really enjoyed that. I hope you did too. How is Garrett Bullish doing? He's up 1.6 mil on his Zcash short. This fucking guy. $1.6, brother. Ugh. Breaking. Some members of the U.S. military and intelligence community canceled their plans for the Memorial Day weekend in anticipation of possible strikes. Ugh. He is dogging my shit, Flood. I was up a lot, twin. I was up a fucking lot. Ugh. But this is a weird trade because he shorted Zcash long Bitcoin. So he's down 850K on Bitcoin long. Kind of fucked this one, I think. I mean, he's still up more than me, but he kind of fucked this one. I'm not going to lie. And then Loracle, as it currently stands. Oh, I lost Loracle. Send Loracle one more time, DNAP, for me, if you don't mind. Yeah, this thing is so ugly, bro. Don't clip the Loracle thing, chat. Even though he's not on Twitter to block me. He's way richer than you and me. But we have to keep up. Bricks info. Justin, Iran closes its airspace. He's back on Twitter, really? Minus 18 on HL, minus 40 on Ton. He's starting to get up on a lighter short. 7K. Let's check his Twitter. Is he really back? Oh, he is. Funny you always mention fast how rich he is in case someone clips that is included. This is his last retweet. Why did they tweet this, bro? What the fuck? What the fuck? All right. Hey, real quick, because I don't want to rug it just yet. I'm going to get up. I'll be back in 30 seconds. And then we're going to close out stream. BRB. Ah, 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 ah. Hope you like my Airstrike hoodie, by the way. It's a rare Palantir merch. Rare. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Here is where we end the day with the market looking like not great, to be honest. The yellow is where I have an obligation to buy some more of the Zeke Stir 596. Ugh. Bitcoin. Ugh. Gross. Hype. Ugh. Ugh. Why is the Bitcoin price in the background not live? We're manifesting. We manifest 80K again. Imagine how good it would feel. It's 80K right now. VVV. Ugh. Everything has the same pattern. Look at this. Exact same pattern. Near. Yeah. Time to come down some more. Why is Zeke over Monero? Because the trade's better. No other reason. I think you should DCA socks or shorts over the next few weeks. Why? Really? Oh, semiconductor ETF. Whoa. 3x. Wow. Wow. Tariffs to now. This thing is up. Oh my God. 3,000%. What a fucking movie that is. Anyways, I told you my plan. Nothing changes for me. I got some limit buys probably that I'm not going to close at 560, maybe 530. And if we start losing that, then I'm on the hook to round trip many six figures. But you know what? It's part of the fucking game. You see a shot, you take a shot. I'm here to hit home runs, not fucking singles. I'm here to go down in the record books, not pay my rent. Okay? I'm here to go down and fucking in the Hall of Fame. Okay, if that means I can't order Uber Eats for a couple months and I can't order Uber Eats for a couple months, nothing changes for me. Plan is the plan. Numbers on the screen are numbers on the fucking screen, and we follow it. You are due for a brutal round trip. Hey, Rasmer. You know you have to be far into the trip in order to hit the round trip in the first place, right? It's kind of how it works. You have to be like deep into the trick in order to even hit the round trip in the first place. It's kind of how the thing works. So feel free to let me know when you're there. But anyway, it was a sick week of stream. We have a bunch of stuff coming up next week. We have Nick Carter on Wednesday, Quantum, which is gonna be really fun. And we're working on a couple big ones. We're working on a couple big ones that'll update you on and let you know. But we were also this whole week. It was a really fun week. Next week, we're going to do a little guest maxing and a little interview maxing, a little everything in between. Monday. I told you I had a deal. Okay. There was a deal. And the deal was if I have a date, no stream. If I don't have a date, stream. I'll let you know. What's going on Monday. But I'm not big weekend. It's a 3-day weekend. Enjoy your Monday. I'll let you know. But if you don't have to work, that's fucking awesome. There's a lot happening. It was a sick week. Friday ends a little bit weird, but it was a sick week. There's some excitement coming back into crypto, which is fucking awesome. There's some things to be excited about. There's some things to be happy about. There's some things to be optimistic about. I love you. I believe in you. I appreciate you. We're on the path, ladies and gentlemen. It feels like every day we get a little bit smarter, we get a little bit sharper, we get a little better. The pit gets a little bit bigger, gets a little bit smarter, gets a little bit sharper, gets a little bit better. I love you. I believe in you. I appreciate you. I thank you for showing up here with me every single day of the week. We're on a journey. It's very clear. I'm here to make 8 figures trading in the liquid market. If I make 8 figures and you guys show up every single day to watch the stream, eventually somebody else has to do it as a proxy by default. So I love you. I believe in you. I appreciate you. I will see you some point next week. Have a good weekend. Be safe. Be good. Go do what you got to do. Do a little IRL maxing. And I'll see you on the next one. I love you so much. Peace.